Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
It's 10 o'clock. Welcome to the 8 News Now program here on the streaming channel. I'm John Langler.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ozzy Mora. A little bit cloudy out there, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
60s.
We're not hating it, considering the snow they're digging out from elsewhere in the country and stuff like that. We're not complaining about having to shovel some clouds out of the way.
Yeah, we'll get to Sherry in a little bit.
Yes, we'll get sorry. I'm still jiving. We were listening to music before the program started, so I'm still got a bit of a groove going on. Coming up later here in the program, we'll talk about NV Energy giving money back to some consumers. We'll talk about a cyber attack on Wynn Resorts, all on the way, and we'll talk about the latest artist to show up at the Sphere eventually, soon. We'll get there in a second. First, let's talk about last night, the State of the Union address on Capitol Hill. President Donald Trump spoke to a joint session yesterday for his second State of the Union in his second term in office. The president touted his roaring economy. He said that this is a turnaround for the ages. The president talked about lower gas prices. Mortgages are going down, the price of mortgages. Prescription drug costs he touted going down. Although statistics show, for example, after-tax incomes have actually just risen only 0.9% since in 2025. So wage growth is slowing. So there's a mix of numbers. Critics would certainly say the president was altering some of the facts and figures that of the economy right now. So that is a fact. He talked about tariffs as well, which, as you know, the Supreme Court recently overruled the tariffs, the international tariffs that he had put in place using emergency action. So a lot to digest. It was the longest State of the Union speech ever at an hour and 48 minutes. A lot to dig through, and certainly Democrats had their own viewpoint of what happened last night.
Yeah, probably the most heated moment, what you just described there, John, was when the president asked the chamber to stand up if they believe the government's duty is to protect citizens and not, in quote, illegal aliens. The Democrats remain seated, majority of them prompting the president to tell them, in quote, they should be ashamed. Now, kind of the back reference is because of the shootings that we saw in Minneapolis involving 2 U.S. Citizens. The Democratic response was from Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger. She delivered this in 12 minutes. Basically accusing the president of failing to provide truth, safety, or humanity. So basically, she came out and said that the president is lying about everything that he is saying. And just to kind of question yourself and question, has he changed your life? You know, has he made your life better? Those were some of the big questions that she asked during her speech as well. She also brought up the economy, affordability as well, kind of giving some reference to that. She basically said that we did not hear the truth, in quote, from the president. Again, 12 minutes. There were some reactions from Nevada lawmakers as well. I'm just going to skim through them really, really quickly. Republican Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo releasing a statement, and he says he was encouraged by the president's commitment to growing our nation's economy. Democratic Senator Jackie Rosen also releasing a statement. Donald Trump spent hours lying. General Aaron Ford also talking about it's a false, lowering the cost of living. Representative Stephen Horsford also saying that families need help and the president is not offering that. So a lot to go through here, a lot of highlights during this union address.
Wouldn't be the first time a president has said everything is great when maybe polls, statistics might suggest otherwise. The president saying essentially that things are great. It's a golden age, and he says that the tariffs and other economic policies are helping matters. The question we have for you has to do with this, and Daryl Harris is with us this morning with that. Good morning, Daryl.
Good morning. Yes. Very simply put, did you watch the State of the Union address? I know that when I said, 9 p.m. Eastern, that's a little late. And we know he's going to speak for a while, but we know our morning crew is up nice and early, so maybe not. But we wanted to know from you. Scan the QR code or go to 8newsnow.com/vote. Let us know, did you watch the State of the Union address? Yeah. And if not, that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern, but 6 p.m.
Yeah, here in the Valley. Yeah. So it's certainly worth watching. There's a lot to dig through. And
a lot of information.
Yeah. Let's get back here into Nevada, talking about rather shocking information for state employees, those who are retirees as well. A big insurance rate hike is on the way for those on the state insurance program, possibly 30%. Just recently, state employees and retirees learned that because of a deficit in the Public Employees Benefits Program, that's the state insurance program, there's a deficit of more than $100 million. Now that has been changed down to about $56 million. That was discovered by an independent audit of the state system that found this huge gap between the needs and the payments and what's coming into the system. That means that rates could go up about 30% to make up that difference. State employees are obviously very frustrated with this. They say that their cost of living increases do not keep up with the change in the insurance premiums and what they have to pay just on a regular basis. So we're talking about any state workers that are on there. We're talking Nevada State Police, all sorts of people within DMV, whatever the case may be.
UNLV too, right? Education.
Yeah, state employees at UNLV, educators. So this affects a lot of workers around the state of Nevada, and it's very frustrating for them. There is a bit of a gap here between when this actually kicks in. Open enrollment doesn't start until May. They're going to do another audit on this and revisit this at the end of March. But when you hear there's a $100 million, now $56 million deficit in this program, that's a major, major gap that they have to deal with.
The math just doesn't map out here.
Yeah,
and
so
a lot of the worries are for the families, like for coverage for their kids, to adding them to their coverage, to their health plans. That's also an increase too. You're seeing, I believe one parent was saying how she pays right now $200, and that can go up to close to $500 for the premiums.
And that's been one of the challenges in recent state legislative sessions. State lawmakers or state employees unions have been pushing for higher salaries to compensate for what is going into these retirement programs, these insurance programs, and that's not really happening. So they're frustrated by that. We'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, the next story, I'm going to keep it short. NV Energy refunds, $63 million. A lot of money. A lot of families were getting a bill and they were paying hundreds, thousands of dollars. And they were saying, why is my bill this expensive, skyrocketing? Well, NV Energy announcing that it will refund more than $63 million, like I said, to customers misclassified since 2002. It's been a while now. The company initially tried to limit refunds to only a few months of overcharges, but there's been pushback. State lawmakers also stepped in with new legislation requiring a full refund plus interest, so more money there. So basically, people will expect a refund to come in the check, or either you get credits in your account, so keep an eye out for that. It should take about, it says here, via check 120 to 210 days. So we have more information on our website. Just want to get through this real quick.
Not often NV Energy is giving money back to you, but that appears to be the case. More financial news. Let's talk about condo sales and that they're going down. The sales are going down. Prices are going down all across Southern Nevada. The latest report from Las Vegas Realtors from last month, January, shows condos are selling slower than the same time last year. This is inverse to housing prices, like single-family homes we're talking here. The median price for a condo here in Southern Nevada right now between $260,000 and $300,000. So this is a challenge for realtors trying to sell and get these properties off the market right now. A major deterrent is high HOA fees because HOAs are bigger. You're living essentially in an apartment and the HOA covers all the amenities that maybe your complex might have. But there's an effort to try and build condos, townhomes, and meet the need and have sort of more condensed housing around the valley. But no one's really, fewer people, I should say, are buying them, and there's more on the market.
Well, yeah, I mean, also people and families are looking at location, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to live in Summerlin, the condo there is still costing about $400,000.
Yeah.
Rather than another part, like, I don't know, probably like Lone Mountain, maybe.
Laughlin.
$200,000. But then also
different.
they're worried about getting priced out there and growth. So it's just a lot to go through there.
Cybersecurity, Ozzy.
So this one's a little confusing, but David Charnes has been covering this story. So the Wynn Resorts confirmed it was the victim of a data breach where the hacking group reportedly stole 800,000 records. So this is from current and former employees, from my understanding, what David Charnes was reporting. The hackers here, according to this report, set a final deadline of February 24th of this year for, I believe, what I was reading, $1.5 million, a Bitcoin ransom, rather. So threatening digital problems if that's not paid. Now, Wynn did come back and say they have seen no evidence of this data being leaked yet. There's a second federal class action lawsuit that was just filed yesterday. And basically, this new suit claims that Wynn has failed to learn from the situations that happened at Caesars and MGM when we had that complete hack.
Major cyber attack.
So basically, they didn't learn from that, is what this lawsuit is saying. Basically, leaving employees just worried. You know, my information could be out there and leaked. So this is a report that David Charnes has been working on. And we also heard from the sheriff when they talked about this major project to kind of help with situations like this, to get real-time information rather than waiting days or months.
It's a constant battle for
Right.
strip resorts to try and protect themselves from cyber attacks. We've seen lots of them, some of them that haven't even been reported yet. So
Right.
that is it's a challenge. You got a lot of money and a lot of people around, a lot of records. You got to protect it. Next here on 8 News Now, even more 8 News Now. Stay tuned.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you're having a great day out there. If you're working or walking outside, hope you're enjoying the day. It's great, even though it's cloudy, John.
Yeah. If you're watching us while you're walking around, just make sure you're watching for the little cracks in the sidewalk.
Right.
We don't want you to trip and falling down.
Peripheral.
Yeah. Keep your eyes away here. It is a nice day, though, for a walk if you're going outside. Sherry, it's a little cloudy, but it's very warm.
Yeah, we're kind of chipping away, though, at those high clouds. I'm seeing a little bit more blue sky. So we need more sunshine out there. We've been kind of slow to warm up, but still very nice. Temperatures were above normal this morning because of those clouds out there. So as we take a look around the Las Vegas Valley, let's check out temperatures right now. We're in the mid 60s, so temperatures are going to feel a little bit warmer through the morning hours. So we're hoping to pour on some more sunshine in the afternoon, and then we can get those temps back up where they should be. We're trying to get the graphics fixed here so that you can see those temperatures. Right now, we're looking at that Platinum Hotel camera. It looks north. There's the temp from Harry Reid Airport right now, mid 60s. Yeah, so picking up on all that high cloud cover, and it's still coming in from the atmospheric river, bringing in that very mild air to the west. But also, see that big H right there? That's high pressure that's anchored near the Four Corners and over the desert. That's also responsible for the extra warmth. And so the combination of that mild air coming in from the Pacific and then that high pressure, that's what's helping to really increase our temperatures as we get through the week. We're going to set nearly the warmest temperatures we've ever had in February by the end of the month on Saturday. It's kind of crazy. We'll stay dry, a little bit of rain up north, and then we'll see if we can make it to some upper 70s today. High clouds kind of held back temperatures yesterday, mid to upper 70s with high clouds and sunshine for our Wednesday. More sunshine tomorrow could bring us right into the low 80s. Now, remember, mid 60s is normal for the end of February. We had a high of 49 last week with all that winter weather. So, boy, that was a distant memory, right? 85 on Saturday to finish February. That's 20 degrees above normal. That is crazy town right there. That's ridiculous.
I'm so confused.
Why
I know.
What season is it? What am I supposed to wear? What am I supposed
month
to
is
do?
it?
I just came with a turtleneck.
Where do we
It's
live?
fine. I need to prepare.
Yeah, prepare for everything. Just bring
Everything.
just a suitcase of
it's,
everything.
It's what's
Literally.
normal in Las Vegas, you guys.
Yeah, who knows?
Whatever that is.
Yeah, Las Vegas has no normal.
don't
Speaking
know.
of abnormal things, take a look at this video, guys. This is from Omaha, Nebraska. This is like one of my ultimate fears. Look at the left of your screen. You see that?
No.
2 cars that fell into a sinkhole.
Oh, my
As they were
gosh.
waiting at a stop sign, a stoplight there. You can see the other
That
cars
is so
back
scary.
up. And you
Wow.
are just sitting there, minding their own business. And all of a
Look,
sudden,
that one car's like creeping
Yeah, I don't want any part of this.
backwards. Oh, my goodness.
So
Anybody
that-
hurt
This
there?
was yesterday. No injuries,
No.
thankfully,
Okay. No
which
injuries.
is good to see. But you never. I'm not sure. I can't remember any sinkholes like that in Vegas anytime in the recent past.
In the near future.
Or in the near future too. I haven't seen anything in the future.
No.
Talk about what's normal. Omaha, they're like in the 40s today. You see the snow on the
Right.
ground. They're going up to 60s in a
Well,
couple of days.
You could see people there walking, they're running
Yeah.
to help the people out
Sure, of
there.
course.
Absolutely.
The
Yeah.
big call here, the big push is for the underground infrastructure, which is such a need there. Now, I do know that these sinkholes, it could be natural, but also too could be a cause because of leaky sewer pipes,
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
construction. So this kind of also triggers collapses as well.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. But this actually happened too recently there. I was reading with a garbage truck. It was the same situation, and that was the call for the need for better underground infrastructure.
Wow.
Back from where it came.
Well, they're going to have to put some cones around that and work on
Yeah.
that for a bit. So.
Thanks, Sherry.
Well, glad no one was hurt. All right,
Indeed,
you guys.
indeed.
See you tomorrow.
See ya, Sherry.
Uncertain future for a nonprofit here in town that helps homeless veterans. This is Caridad is the name of the nonprofit. Hebron is the name of the housing complex. This is up near Las Vegas Boulevard in Charleston. This has had a couple of different names over the years, but since 2021, Caridad has been operating Hebron there up in that part of just south of downtown. The problem is essentially they've lost their lease. Hebron and Caridad were prepared to pay their back rent to keep themselves there to appease the court and the landowner. But the property owner declined the payment and has canceled the lease early. So now this is a weekly rental. Costs have gone up, and essentially Caridad and Hebron are going to be forced to go and leave and find somewhere else to operate. I will say there's been an ongoing effort by the city of Las Vegas to sort of move and make sure most of the resources for those who are living on the street is in certain parts of town.
Yeah.
And I, from what I remember reading in earlier circumstances like this, they have tried to have this part of downtown open for a development. And I think that's the end goal here of the city is to develop this land or for someone to develop the land. But for those who live there, for people who are struggling, this is a major shakeup for people who are just trying to get back on their feet.
Yeah, we always say the cost of living just so expensive they could barely make it through. I also was reading on social media, but I can't confirm it, that the residents there, people around there are trying to collect donations and many not money, but donations for the residents that live there. So I always like to see when neighbors help each other out, especially when it's tough times and a lot of uncertainty as well around the story.
Yeah, and they do great work there. It's just they essentially have lost their lease, and now there's a matter of finding where to go. Some of the programs will keep going in other locations, but really this is the main thing, and it's leaving.
All right, let's talk about schools. I always like these type of stories when it comes to basically a total rebuild of this campus. So we're talking about Garside Junior High, Frank F. Garside Junior High School in Las Vegas. As you can see there, they held a rededication ceremony. This was actually on Tuesday. And like I said, this was all to celebrate the rebuild of this campus. $100 million plus facility, okay? Replaces the original 1962 campus, a structure with high-tech environment designed for, you name it, modern age. I was reading that the focus here now is to focus on AI for these students. Daryl, do we have the interview from the principal? If we can hear from the principal.
AI, and we're looking at artificial intelligence, we're looking at future careers, at what our students are going to be able to do. This is a very important curriculum for our students to be a part of, and we want to provide them the best education possible.
That was the principal there. We couldn't hear him, unfortunately, but he was so happy about the new school and the dedication and his students, the STEM school there, getting the kids educated and learning about the future with AI technology and training them so that when they go into the workforce years from now, they'll be ready to go.
Yeah, that was Principal Matthew Spurk. So like you said, emphasize on the learning environments and spaces, which is so important for students to have that space and to have that color around to feel inspired. All right, stay with us. We'll be talking about Olympics, Flava Flav, and Metallica, my fave. We'll be right back.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Welcome back to the big program. It's John, it's Ozzy, it's you, it's me, it's television, and Daryl is with us as well to talk about our question of the day regarding politics and the State of the Union.
Yes, last night you might have heard about it, but the presidential State of the Union address took place, and we just wanted to know, did you watch it live? Did you see it? And more of our viewers did not. They, a lot of things to do, a lot of programming, a lot of content, a lot of errands and nighttime routines taking place around that time. Traffic, you might have been in the car, so understandable.
They depend on us to give them a concise digest of what was said, no matter who the president is.
Yeah, or online articles. You just read what happened.
Yeah, or just move on and don't think about it at all. That's cool, too. All right, thanks for voting. And, of course, you can chime in on the QR code on the website and everything else. We'd like to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Let's talk hockey now. Everybody's learning how. We saw also at the State of the Union last night, of course, the U.S. men's hockey team that won the Olympic gold medal at the Winter Olympics. They were honored by President Donald Trump, and Connor Hellebuck, the goalie, they announced that he was going to get the
presidential
medal
freedom.
Medal of Freedom.
There
yes,
we go.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
My goodness,
It's all right.
Yeah. So anyway, a great announcement there for that. But what you're seeing here is Flava Flav, a well-known face here in Las Vegas, of course, because he wants the women's U.S. Olympic gold medal winning team to come here to Las Vegas and have their own big celebration. You know, the guys, they went to Miami and partied it up down there. Well, the women won a gold medal as well. They're a fantastic team.
Yep.
They deserve to have a big celebration as well. So Flava Flav is trying to get local resorts, the local tourism folks to get something together for the U.S. Women's hockey team so they can have their own big party.
Yeah, are they having it at the MGM? I was reading they're having something at the MGM because MGM released a statement about.
Okay. Well, things have been moving pretty quickly on this, in all fairness, since we saw Flava Flav.
Sorry, just
Yeah.
Really advertising to try to get them, but they might do the little bar crawl treatment. They might take them around town.
Well, we saw, I mean, with the Las Vegas Aces, I mean, when they won their titles, they got treated like royalty. They were hopscotching all over the place.
Yeah.
So there's definitely plenty of places to have a good time here in Las Vegas.
And Flava Flav does a lot for the community too. You know, we see the Raising Cane's event, you know, getting those bikes to the children and stuff. So he does a lot for the community. So I always like to see that. And he's supporting Las Vegas,
Absolutely.
right?
And it'd be good to see the women's world Olympic team come here to town and have a good time.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about Metallica at the Sphere. Now, we told you about the Sphere yesterday,
It's
right?
still
it was
there.
our question. It's still there. It's really dark right now.
What is that? My goodness. Oh, this is the announcement, I guess?
Is that the okay? I got scared. I'm like, did it just go dark outside?
It's like a
happened?
solar eclipse outside all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, there you go. Metallica. I love Metallica. Okay, I love them. All right, so the band announced the 8-show residency as the Sphere. Like I said, this is happening for October 2026, and it's titled "Life Burns Faster." You saw the word faster, faster. So tickets go on sale March 6th, so that's soon. And the band is offering a special full house pass. That includes personalized metal laminate early entry to every single show. So, you know, you could read about that.
A
It's all
VIP pass.
You know, the VIP. Basically, like
You're
you
cool.
said, you're cool, you know, the faster. So the dates are on our website. I know they have several. And the last time they had the album, I believe in 2023.
Okay.
I think.
By the way,
Yeah.
you know, you talk about who've been performing at the Sphere. Can you go any more opposite of the Backstreet Boys than Metallica? Talk about yin and yang. My goodness. You go from one extreme to the other.
You know, I love Metallica. It's a great workout song.
Okay, so after Metallica, it'll be like Sesame Street.
Yes.
It'll just go back and forth between light and hard music at the
Sesame
Sphere.
Street. We'll have all the characters of Sesame Street.
By the way, that's not a bad idea.
Oh my gosh, they're probably watching and they'll probably get the idea from you.
Your move, Big Bird. That'll do it for us this morning here on the big program. We thank you so much for watching. Join us again at 2.
We'll see you soon. Bye.